Right then everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alex here at GolfMagic, and today you're joining me at King's Golf in East Grinstead, one of the best TrackMan and golf venues in the UK. And we're reviewing this little club here, the Tour Edge C721 iron. You may not have heard of Tour Edge, but they're becoming a lot more popular now, especially in the UK, and this video is going to tell you why. You may have seen the title as well. You're going to have the opportunity to win a set of Tour Edge C721 irons. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see how you can do it. So the Tour Edge C721 iron is an ultra premium iron, but it comes at a very affordable price tag, which I'll put just here for you. Being significantly cheaper than any other premium brands, this is a player's iron, as you could tell by the shaping and its top line, but it offers a lot of distance and it still says there's supposed to be quite a lot of forgiveness with it. I won't bore you too much with all the technology, so I'm not going to take a deep dive into it, but the main parts are the Diamond Face 2.0 and the Vibe R technology, which means that you're going to get some really good feel and also some explosive power. So this is kind of leaning towards, let's say, the TaylorMade P790s, and I think that's quite a good comparison because although it is a player's iron, I can see just looking from it now, it still has quite a lot of forgiveness. With these being player's irons and power, you're going to get some actually quite strong loft as well. Again, very similar to the P790s. Put the lofts up on the screen for you now, and with the 7 iron at 30 degrees and a 6 iron, what I've got today at 26.5 degrees, it is going to go a long way. That's just because of the lofts, but we'll see how tight the dispersion is and how it feels as well. For a good 20 to 30% cheaper than other brands, what is the difference between this and, let's say, Titleist? Let's find out now. Okay, so the Tour Edge C721. I'm actually a big fan of Tour Edge to begin with, so I'm looking forward to this, but I'm going to put on my completely neutral goggles here and just see how it performs. The two things that I mentioned, the Diamond Face and the Vibe R technology, they're both down to, as I said, the kind of power and feel. It's all down to that similar technology that all the brands are saying, that wherever you hit it on this little Diamond Face 2.0, you're still going to get some pretty decent ball speeds. It's not going to differentiate too much. And because it is a forged club as well, with that forged steel, you should have some pretty nice results. Looking down at it, it is again quite similar to the TaylorMade P790s. The top line is a little bit thicker, almost so much so that I would maybe not even lean to calling this a player's iron, just looking down at it. There's quite a lot of toe relief as well, with where it says Diamond Face 2.0. Some people may not like that, but in terms of design, no problem so far, and that kind of leads me to think that maybe, as I said, it's not a player's iron, more down to someone who's probably for a 5 handicap all the way up to 20, depending on what you really want from an iron. Let's just see what the feel's like. Well, spanked that one, that was awful. Well, that's a, for someone saying that was awful, I don't think you could have hit a better shot there. Interesting numbers already out of those two shots. This is not a 6 iron, is it? Looking at those numbers, I mean, you can see the lofts were significantly lower, but this is like a 5 iron, looking at those numbers. So it's a low flighted club, could be down to the shaft. Oh, wow. Look at that ball speed. Look at that shot. It doesn't feel hot off the face like a TaylorMade, let's say, but that ball speed at 142.8 is fast. That is really fast. That felt pretty good. Just needed to, okay. Yeah, look at those numbers, guys, there. I know if you aren't too sure what some of these numbers mean, I'm not the biggest nerd for numbers, but if I instantly show you towards that launch angle and spin rate, they are very, very low. I don't hit it that low. I'm actually quite a high ball player. The shaft necessarily will make an impact for it, but not that much to lower the spin to 4. That's more like a 4 iron or so. So this is almost like this club should maybe be leaning towards players who don't have as fast of a swing speed, but let's hit a few more. Wow, that is, come on. Should I put these in the bag? Look at that shot there. Iron club. That's of a 4 iron for me there with those numbers. Absolutely no complaints. Okay, a bit left there, but again, we're okay with that. Let's hit one more. I think these have been pretty consistent so far, but I have not necessarily hit them all out of the middle. Another one that's pretty nice, wow. Okay, so there's a lot of good There's a lot of good with these irons. Looking at those numbers already, there's not much bad that I can say, but there's a few things that I should talk about just looking at the data. Let's bring you over to the laptop screen so we can talk about it. Right, so I hit those better than I expected there, and I think these numbers will actually be really interesting if I just go to the table here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots there, and all unbelievably consistent. Wow, wow, wow. So let's just talk about that ball speed there. At the worst was the first two at 140 to 140.7, but then it climbing up to 145. Guys, these numbers are so consistent for an iron. And this is from someone who is saying he didn't hit it very well in those selection of shots, in those 7 shots. I know smash factor is good, but I'm not necessarily saying they went right out of the middle every single time. And that could be down to the technology they've got in the irons, being that even if you're 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters offline, you're still gonna get pretty decent smash factor. So the initial numbers here with club, ball, carry, and total are very, very good. My issue with it is just, and this is a kind of an issue that is with all golf clubs, is that the number that it says on the iron doesn't necessarily dictate what number it actually is. The most important one for me is the actual loft of it, and then how the club performs in relation to that loft. So although this one's a 6 iron at 26.5 degrees, that is very strong. I know there are other ones that are stronger out there, but they're usually more game improvement irons. This being a player's iron is quite strong, and because it is 26.5, some brands try and get that spin a little bit higher to be more relative towards that number on the club. It doesn't seem that Tour Edge have done that here. I'm not gonna be too critical of that spin rate because I'm currently reviewing the Tour Edge iron and also the shaft that's in it. So the shaft can make a lot of difference. Still though, going at an average of 4.283 spin rate there, and you can see, although that is a bit too low for a 6 iron, for the loft, that's pretty bang on. And again, that loft is unbelievably consistent, varying between 3.990 on the last one to 4.610. That is almost like a tour level differential for a 6 iron. So again, it's really good numbers for that sense if we just forget about the number that's on the club. You can see the launch angle as well is very low, so this is actually quite a low flighted, pretty like tour level in terms of that flight. I'm sure you guys would have seen on the TrackMan when I showed you it, that it really is just penetrating, really nice ball flight. And that's why it's going at a carry of between 217 yards and going out to an average of 230 yards. That's very good. But if you're thinking about it in more detail from my perspective, I don't want a 6 iron to roll out 13 yards, but I know a lot of amateur golfers would want that. It's going into their long iron clubs when they actually want it to go even further than they want it to. Me, people who swing it quite fast, want it actually to have a really high apex and just drop and not roll out anymore. Apart from that, all the numbers are really good. Let's quickly look at the dispersion as well, because I think it was pretty decent. All going slightly left, that will be largely down to me. My miss is left, but also the shaft is a little bit too soft for me. Usually means that the kick point can make it go a little bit left, but it's nothing to do with the club itself. Very consistent in terms of the yardages though, they're all pretty bang on, and if I was looking at this in a fitting, it would then be an instance of changing the shaft to make it pretty much the exact club I'd want. So those initial dispersion numbers are pretty good. The feel is the one thing that I noticed quite instantly. I've been testing a lot of irons over the last few weeks, most notably TaylorMade and Mizuno. Mizuno, nothing feels better than a Mizuno. TaylorMade, I think they're pretty high up there as well. And there is a significant difference for me. The Mizunos are priced at double the price. They do feel a little bit nicer, especially when you hit out the middle. This has a bit more of a hollow feeling when you hit it out of the middle, it being a hollow body, no surprises there. But it doesn't feel as soft as a Mizuno. It feels a little bit more like a cast club, which isn't a problem at all because if you're looking at the price tag, it kind of relates to that. The main thing that you are losing with the price tag being, let's say 50%, 30% cheaper than those premium sets, is that feel. But for £800, when you're looking at these numbers, and I'm comparing them to the numbers that I've got from the new Mizuno Pros, anything else, these are better. These are better from an amateur perspective because it's going further and they're more consistent. So would you guys shell out £1,600 for a club that feels better, but gets the exact same results? That is the question that a lot of amateur golfers ask themselves. Let's hit a few more balls and give my final thoughts and talk to you guys about the giveaway. Like that one there, I think it's gonna go a little bit right. I didn't hit that one well at all. You can see with the smash going down a little bit to 1.2, I think with other irons that are constituted as a player's iron, that smash wouldn't be as high. So they've really done well in making this iron quite forgiving for wherever you hit it out of the club face. It's just that height and launch angle as well, making it such a low tour iron. I reckon I'd love to take this out on the course when it's a little bit drier, because the ball flights you'll get with this thing would be absolutely unstoppable. You get a lot of people looking around. I think I'll finish on that one, as that has gone a bit too far. All right, guys, let's now bring you to the end of this video, where I will talk about the giveaway for these wonderful Tour Edge C721 irons. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video of these Tour Edge C721 irons. As you can see, I really like them. There's a lot of positives, especially the price, and I think that these could be in a lot of you guys' bags watching this video. Although they are advertised as an ultra premium player's iron, I would actually debate both of those, because they are ultra premium in the way they perform, but the price, unbelievable. As I said, they're about £800. Very, very cheap for a brand new set of irons. And player's iron, although I would lean it towards being towards those mid to low handicap players, it has a lot of forgiveness with quite a thick club as well for those longer irons, meaning that if you are off, let's say 15 or so, these could easily be a club that you guys could put in your bag. And luckily enough, here at GolfMagic, we're giving you the opportunity to do that. We've teamed up with American Golf to give you an entire set of these Tour Edge C721 irons just after Christmas. From 40 pitching wedge, these I think will be very popular and hopefully will get you guys even better at golf. To do that, well, there are a few ways, because I'm going to give you guys lots of opportunities. If you aren't following us on any of our socials at GolfMagic apart from YouTube, well, I recommend you guys do it right now, because you'll see we've posted a few things on there from Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, and if you follow the instructions, follow us, follow American Golf, and do what else it says in the copy, you guys will be in with a chance of winning these irons. But I'm not leaving out all of you lovely subscribers here at GolfMagic, because you're gonna get an extra entry if you leave a comment down below. And all you have to do is subscribe to us, like the video, and comment down below your specs. So your specs will be if you're right-handed or left-handed, if you are a stiff, regular, or extra stiff shaft, and that's it. From then, we will pick a winner towards the end of December. I'll put the exact date in the description of this video down below so you can see if you've won it. If you do win it, we'll comment on your post, either it be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, informing you that you have won, and we'll get them sent to you right away. If you have any questions about these irons, let me know down below as well. I will answer any questions you guys have. We're big fans of these, and I think the winner will be as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video today. If you are new to the GolfMagic YouTube channel, I think you should hit the subscribe button right now so you can keep up to date with all our videos and also be entered into the giveaway. There's a lot of very exciting content coming very soon, so until then, I'll see you guys next time.